Welcome to We Watch Stupid. I'm Roxy.
And I'm Diana. This is episode 3 of 90 Day Fiance, To Witness the Beginning.
Feels like it's a departure from the vows that we've heard.
Unless it's the beginning of matrimony. But yeah, it does seem. We're toying with our emotions.
Yes. A programming note, we are excited that we are recording Love is Blind, and so we're going to release that this Thursday, so stay tuned for that. Excited to get that into your ear holes. Dana, what do you think? Would you spend $10,000 on butt implants instead of a wedding dress?
Oh, that's a really difficult question. I would not spend $10,000 on a wedding dress, so maybe I would spend $10,000 on butt implants.
Wow, that's impressive because you had two. You were coerced into having two.
Yes,
So
I was. 10 grand for a wedding dress. I mean, I know the wedding dress prices are up there, but mine was not. Both of mine combined were not $10,000, not near $10,000, even with accessories. But I also like don't have those massive tits. Like maybe
yeah, like even if she bought something like off the rack, I don't think a size 2 would have room for those bimbo tits. Yeah, they're pretty nuts right now.
they look like they're gonna pop. But let's end with them, don't they?
Yes, they do. They look uncomfortable for
Yeah.
sure.
You want to start with the Nikki and Justigor?
Yes, let's do that. She's going to the airport in head to toe pleather. I like.
Oh my god, how is that comfortable for a flight?
I got a yeast infection looking at her.
Right? New York to Moldova. There's probably a direct flight because like everyone goes to JFK, but like still, that is dedication to a look.
That's like probably 7 to 8 hours in pleather in economy.
Dude, at least she wasn't wearing the heels on the plane.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just can't. And you're probably like squeaking, like all that whole outfit is just like squeaking every time she moves. And so the people next to her are just like, oh my God, this woman smells like the lady equivalent of Axe and is squeaking. Like, don't you think she's like one of those people that is like,
Like a waft of, yeah. Yeah. She has like a waft of a smell wafting around her for sure. So, yeah, a couple of little anecdotes. So, her friend Chanel drove her to the airport, and her friend seems really supportive of her. But she did mention that she hears about like how often they fight. Like, she'll hear good things, but then it ends in a fight, or they go out and then they fight. And so that's interesting. And then we see Igor. Does he refers to himself as Igor, right? But she just is Justin all the way.
I can't tell. I don't know. He like acknowledges his Justin persona, you know? What do you think about this friend talking about Justigor's allowance?
Was it an allowance or did she just like give him money?
She says she gives him an allowance and she's paid for his nose, his teeth, his cheeks, his hair, his eyes, question mark, and eyebrows. And she says Nikki used to have sugar daddies, and so she should know better than to do all this.
I mean, he does look good. I wonder, do you think that he is like a reference for her plastic surgery consultation business? Like it's just maybe there's like a tax write-off.
Is he her only client? Like I sent you a couple mashups of like old and newer pictures of him. What do you think? I feel like I can tell that I feel like I can tell there's a nose job.
Yeah, you can tell that there's a nose job, but Wait, no. Also, this nose job, it's like they made it bigger. No?
I think they just took a bump out of the middle. I don't think it was super intense.
Okay.
Like, it's not a Nikki style nose job. I think it was very subtle.
Yeah. And okay, they made reference to how like her face is more feminine now, but she doesn't look that different to me in the old pictures. Besides her nose caving in.
Yeah, her nose is caving in, and I feel like her cheeks were actually softer in her older pictures. I feel like she either has gone too hard on the filler, and so they've just, like, calcified or something, but, yeah, her cheeks look a lot more natural in the older picture. I thought she looked really good in the older pictures, and
Sorry, because like I'm just thinking like she kind of thinks that she is more feminine passing now than she was before.
oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah,
But he didn't know that she was trans before. So also like and we'll get into this like the whole day night hiding thing like that just does not make any sense.
yeah, I don't really I mean, clearly she's got some potential body dysmorphia stuff going on.
Potential. You're so kind.
I don't know that she she clearly isn't a great she's not a super reliable narrator when it comes to what looks feminine or natural. I'm not even sure she's trying to look quote unquote natural. She's trying to look like Nikki, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. When I typed in Nikki Exotica because I don't know her last name.
Mhm.
And the first thing that came up was Nikki Exotica botched. Was she on botched? Is that still
I
a
don't
show?
I think it's still a show. I still see it on, like, clips on Instagram every once in a while, but I'm not sure.
I'll investigate afterwards.
Okay.
Um
Thank you for your service.
okay, but so Justin Igor, he's like preparing for her to come, and there's like this welcome mat. He gets a new welcome mat, and he wants her to be the first one to step on that. I've never heard of that.
I don't know. The bar is so low for men. Bar so
But I will
low.
say that bouquet.
Was nice.
Oh yeah, it looked. Don't show
So
Jasmine.
nice.
Don't show. Don't show
He
Jasmine.
also unintentionally wrapped it in the trans flag
Yeah,
colors, which was cute. But yeah, that was a nice bouquet.
yeah,
It was like it looked like it had some heft to it, you know?
yeah. It was awesome. Um, Yeah. So they had a nice like meeting. They seem like the most or not the most, but they seem much more like a couple. Like she's gone to Moldova a bunch of times.
Yeah, it's not
And
like
although
super
it
performative at the airport or anything.
yeah, 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 yeah.
She says that he kisses her like an 80-year-old man. I
Yeah, what was that?
what does that mean?
I don't know.
She calls him like an old man or like a fuddy-duddy like a lot.
Sh-
Like,
I mean,
I don't
opposites attract.
sure, yeah, and yeah, clearly they're not like fucking as much as she wants. But again, he seems like kind of a reserved guy. He doesn't seem like, the life of the party or anything. Not like Christian, from B90. And he like makes this dad joke when they kiss where he's like, "Oh, that kiss was so hot, it burns, but it was just like a peck." I'm like, "Okay, yeah, you are a freaking dad
Do you think
already."
like do you think that's like Moldovan culture?
Being dad jokes?
Well, no, that they're just not as, like, passionate or, like, physical or,
Oh, sure,
making
yeah.
out isn't a thing.
Yeah, that could be part of it. I don't like that. Oh, I guess they kinda talk about it in the cafe, but she doesn't seem to respect Moldovan culture that much, and she seems to be like, "Well, he's leaving it, so why should we even, like, think about it?"
Also, before she says the comment about how he kisses, like, an 80-year-old man, She says, like, "I'm gonna suck on that tongue."
Just like Jasmine.
I haven't oh god, yeah, okay, so I'm kissing wrong. All these years, I have been kissing wrong.
Yeah, apparently you have to make the other person stick their tongue out and then suck on it. Oh, Pip just did a great demonstration. Yeah. Oh, so
Yeah,
sensual.
that's what I would do on the airplane next to her. I just stick my tongue out and hope.
She just latches onto it like a
Yeah.
leech, just like yum. That wasn't a gross sound at all.
Yeah. Okay, so they get out of the airport. They're kinda sweet together, like,
Mhm.
I don't know, they it just seems so much more natural than a lot of the
Totally.
other couples. They go to the cafe, and I think it's just in the ITMs, but he's saying, like, Moldovan women don't wear makeup unless it's them going out, versus Nikki, like, she's wearing makeup all the time. Like, that's her persona. And then there's this conversation about not taking her to clubs or only taking her out at during the day, which wouldn't she stick out more during the day because she's wearing makeup, but the Moldovan women aren't wearing makeup during the day?
Yeah, I don't understand his rationale either because, like, the way that she looks during the day is like New Year's Eve, I'm guessing, for most Moldovan people. So, yeah, it would probably be more acceptable at like a nightclub at 3 a.m. than anywhere else. I think what he means by all this, he's like saying in a weird way that he's concerned about her safety. I'm assuming I think she definitely has paranoia about him being transphobic or scared of other perceptions, and I think that's a valid, paranoia to have. But she also doesn't seem to be giving him the benefit of the doubt here. She just seems to be like immediately on the defensive with him when he's like, I think we need to do more stuff during the day than at night because you look like a porn actress.
Yes. Oh, man.
Oh my god.
So I'm giving Nikki the benefit of the doubt that Justin Igor has pulled this before.
Please remind me.
Like, that maybe he has, like, claimed that it's, like, for her safety, but it's really, like, his insecurities.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like her paranoia is completely valid, and it's like, yeah, I think that's probably something a lot of trans people carry with them. But it's like you're he's also concerned about your safety. He's probably just not expressing himself well. That's what I think.
Do you think that okay, so if trans people aren't accepted in Moldova, would their heads go to she's trans versus whoa, she's really in a plastic surgery?
That's the other thing that I don't understand. She's carrying this baggage with her, but I don't. When I first saw her on
Yeah.
the
I thought she was a 70-year-old, like, woman who just really liked plastic surgery.
exactly. Yeah, like, I think she's just carrying a lot of she's
And
carrying baggage
that
around with
thigh
her that
gap is so
yeah.
impressive. You would never, like
You're, like, flat as a board down there.
yeah.
Like, leaving nothing to the imagination, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is it's coming from her. I think I think it's appropriate for her to have a little bit of paranoia, but I think she's also projecting a lot of it onto just Igor.
Yes, and okay, now so since he said that she looks like a porn actress, is that legal in Moldova? Like, is there, like, a safety concern with
Oh,
that?
that's a great question. I didn't think about that.
But yeah, so none of this really adds up. Then okay, so he wants to go out during the day, or he wants to go out with her during the day and then, like, stay in at night, and then she's like, you're gonna like I'm not gonna be in the dark. And I was like, well, that's the opposite of what
I
he's
know.
trying to do.
Exactly.
But then she's also like, I want to go to the club. And I'm like, you're 50.
I know, and she's wearing these heels around. Like, I am mid-30s, solidly mid-30s. I got rid of all of my heels, like,
You did?
pretty much. I just don't wear them anymore.
So
I
I
also don't really have
guess your partner
anywhere
is in 6'8".
to I also just don't have anywhere to wear them because I live in Seattle and, like, Patagonia is formal wear, so
Yes. Yes. So she also goes into, does he have another girlfriend? Is that where he's going at night? And it's like, you're not Jasmine. Like,
yeah.
don't try to pull this like manufactured drama out of your butt because
Yeah.
he wants to stay in with you. And
I know. Don't get me wrong, Justigor is hot, but I guarantee you he gives, like, dad vibes when you meet him in person. Like, the way he was wearing that t-shirt, like, tucked into his slacks with, like, the sweater wrapped around his neck, standing there with, like, a bouquet of roses, like, he's gonna look and act the exact same 50 years from now. You know what I mean?
he would
Like
get picked up at the outdoor gym more than he would like at a club. He's doing that like
the horny splits,
thrust.
yeah.
Yeah, the horny
Yeah.
splits.
Yeah, you're totally right. Yeah, I don't know. She's creating some drama here, and, like, good for her. She's not Jasmine, but,
Yeah.
you know,
She wants to be, and that's great.
yeah.
Anything else with them?
Nah.
Do you want to go to Sophie and Rob or Ashley and
Yes.
Manuel? Okay.
Rob the knob.
Rob the knob. First thing, why are you doing your makeup in the bathroom that's outside? Like, get a freaking mirror in the apartment.
Yeah, I don't
Problem
know
solved.
what that's about. So it looks like the bathroom I'm trying to understand the, like, architecture of his living situation. Like, it looks like it might be like a converted garage in, like, a backyard or something, and that the bathroom is, like, it looks like it's in a literal shed. It looks like they put a toilet and a sink in a shed, a backyard shed. He's very defensive about this detached bathroom.
And it's a shared bathroom, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I that's what I assumed initially, but now I'm like, it seems like they're in their own kind of courtyard, but I don't remember what he said about it in, like, episode 1.
Yeah. Okay, so they get into this like little like argument. It's like between like the current or like what we're following and the ITM where like he's
Mhm.
like, you're used to like bougie apartments and
You're used to these bougie places in Dubai that have a bathroom indoors.
like he's down to earth and he's gonna like this is how it is.
He's gotta bring her down to earth. She's gotta accept this outdoor bathroom and his disgusting studio apartment.
Let's think. Okay, my grandparents were born in the 20s, so like 100 years ago, right?
Mhm.
Their bathrooms were in their house. Like it was like outhouses in the like 1890s maybe. Like like it's not bougie. And like especially for like the US too. Like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are people living in much less developed cities, countries that have bathrooms indoors. This is not something that you need to get on your high horse about, Rob. It's really weird how defensive he sounds. He's just like a petulant teenager. She brings it up and he's like, "We're not going to talk about this every day."
I know.
So,
Well, then if you don't want to talk about it every day, then like just move.
yeah, then get a different place. It takes it as, like, meaning that he's inadequate, and he alleges that her family pays her rent in London, but then we find out later that she hasn't been accepting money from her family. So I'm like, what is the truth here? I'm confused.
Yeah, who are we believing?
I mean, not Rob.
He's a knob.
He's a knob. But, like, I don't know if she means I'm not accepting money from my family as in, like, a family trust or something, or if, like, maybe her mom seems to follow her around, so does her mom give her money? Like, is that the distinction? I'm not.
She said stopped getting money from family. So to me, that's like an allowance or something. Like I'm sure she didn't denounce her trust or her inheritance.
Maybe. Yeah. When she said she distanced herself from her family when she was 16 or 17. I'm sure there's a backstory there. Sounds like she became independent really young. I love that they're in Venice Beach in LA, which is like very fancy apartments. Like you can just tell that they're
Mhm.
really
Yeah,
fancy. She's like, "How much would an apartment be there?" And he's like, "Too
too
much."
much, too much.
And then she was like, "I think we'll be happier if we live on the beach because we lived on the beach in Mexico. We were so much happier." And I'm
She's
like,
so 23 or 24, however old she is.
"I'm sure you would be.
Yeah,
I'm sure you would
that
be."
does sound nice.
It sounds super nice. I think we all would be happier if we just lived at the beach, but,
That was such like a like wide-eyed, like starry-eyed, like, "Oh, yeah. What about that right there? Look at those little patios." But, like, so for Sophie, I think Sophie's just like, if she hasn't had to like, it's one thing to have to, like, purchase something yourself and, like I don't know what I'm trying to say, but
I think I hear what you're saying. She has champagne taste, but she doesn't know anything else. Like, she's got,
like, the practical side of life, like when I got to college and I was like, "Oh, I have to budget," or, like,
yes.
after college and I was like, "I can afford carrots and oatmeal?"
Yeah.
Like
Exactly. Yeah, so she grew up one way and then isn't necessarily like maybe, we don't really know what her financial situation is. Maybe she's not like 100% on her own yet. But I
yeah,
I
and,
I
like
think I see what you're saying. She
and
was raised with caviar taste, champagne taste. She doesn't really know anything different.
yeah, and, like, there's that whole, like, starting the race ahead, like, when she was 15 or 16, it's not like she was in a hole, like, on the side of the road, like, she probably was like, "I don't wanna accept money anymore, so, okay, I'm gonna get a waitressing job, I'm gonna save up, and then I'm gonna be out on my own."
So they're walking down the beach after she's like asking about the apartment, and he's looking at his phone and scrolling right next to her. Like he's walking and looking at his phone and
Yeah, like, he's
scrolling.
just, like, checking social media.
And then he's mad that she's like asking what he's doing on his fucking phone while she's trying to have like a nice walk with him. I'm like, don't scroll while you're walking together with your phone in plain sight. Like, what is your fucking problem, dude?
Especially when you know she's so jealous.
Yeah, he's doing nothing to help the situation.
Yeah.
And then she starts interrogating him, and he says that he just wants a chill relationship and like his ITM. And I'm like, okay, so you just want like a hot woman that doesn't talk. Like that's what
Also,
you want.
do you know what's not chill? Marriage.
Yeah. It's true. Marriage is very not
Yeah, it's like the
chill.
opposite of it.
Yeah. Yeah, this guy sucks. I'm not a big fan of Rob. Sophie's like not that smart, but like she definitely seems to have her head on straighter than he does. And like she's like miles more mature than him for being 7 years younger.
Yeah. Yeah, but she is extremely jealous.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
But sorry, I wanna go back to what him explaining the, like, social media post that she saw that got jealous about. It was so pathetic. It was a random page that posted random pictures and a girl in a Dora the Explorer outfit.
But with the butt cheeks out. I'm like, "Okay, it's random pictures of hot women." So random. And, like, yeah, that's what social media is for, but to an extent. What is that song? Avenue Q, "The internet is for porn"?
It is. It really
Yeah,
is.
so whatever, he's
Yeah.
doing the internet how he wants to do the internet, but, like, then don't do it while you're, like, walking with your phone in plain sight, you idiot.
But I guess, like, she is jealous because he clearly interacts with, like, the influencers. Like, I've never DM'd.
What would you Yeah, so someone gets into your DM sending you, like, explicit photos and videos, and what I'm assuming happened is that, like, because we all get, like, spammy messages if you're on social media and active at all, and, like, what I'm assuming is, like, someone saying this stuff because they want him to, like, eventually pay for more content or, like, join an OnlyFans or something, you know? Like, that's part of how they do this, and so then he is dumb enough to engage and, like,
Yeah.
maybe send stuff back, and then she calls it cheating.
Yeah.
I don't but, like, what is that's
What is online cheating? What
yeah,
is
what
it?
is on yeah, exactly, like, is that and it's not because it's not even an emotional affair, like, there's people that have, like, emotional affairs, and I get that, but, like, this is just being a dumbass.
This is just looking at pictures. Like, this is doing the internet for what it was made to be used for. So, is she saying no internet?
Seems like she'd prefer if he wasn't on social media.
And
Yeah,
she mentioned that she had one long-term boyfriend previously, and he cheated on her 8 times.
he looked at women 8 times.
You think that's what it was?
Maybe. So then she brings that up, so then he's, a combative dummy, and so then he's like, "Okay, well, you did, like, try so you on Bumble Friends or whatever."
And okay, and so she finally, like, explained that, like, that she does it. That, like, she anywhere she goes, she's just always using that. Because I think he had said it before. But so I was like, "Okay, cool." And then she's like, "It wasn't on the dating part, it was on the friend part."
It's weird to me that he was so defensive of her with Tarai, but then weaponizes that same thing against her in this conversation because she's making him feel threatened with the online cheating or whatever. Where are you on this, Rob? It sounds like her story hasn't changed about Bumble, but his attitude towards it is contextual, which is creepy.
She just seems so insecure with this, like, concept of online cheating and, like, receiving videos from a girl is considered cheating. At least she's not wavering from that, like you mentioned. Like, her story's not changing.
We've seen this a lot with a lot of relationships on this show, especially like Gino and Jasmine, but she wants to feel heard. She wants him to acknowledge that him doing this hurt him, and instead he just gets defensive
So
and
defensive.
throws stuff back at her, and she wants to be able to trust him, but he's not, like, listening to her, and he's just getting angry and blaming her, then
Mhm.
they're not gonna be able to kinda move forward. This guy is just, like he's just such a, like, typical insecure man.
Yeah, immature, insecure.
Immature,
Yeah.
insecure, everything, like, he's just, like, blaming her for everything, like, just projecting all of his insecurities onto her and getting mad when she brings stuff up about just, like, her physical comfort, but then protecting himself and his ego when another man kinda questions it, you know? Like,
Mhm.
it's just, like,
That's a good point.
it's so dumb. He's really got dumb face. It just get keeps looking dumber and dumber to me.
Such a knob. Yeah, my last note was just like, she's insecure and he's not helping the situation at all.
No, it's bad. And he's freaking like 7 years older. He's the one that's supposed to be able to de-escalate, and he's not
He
doing
I can't
anything.
believe he's in his mid-30s. He is acting like a 19-year-old.
Oh, wait, is he older than 30?
Yeah, I thought he was, like, 34.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's even worse. Yeah, he's like 10 years older than her. You're right. He's a
I will
dumbass.
get to the bottom of this. I wrote it down at one point, and I am a hoarder. He's 32. She's 23. He's 32. Okay, early 30s, but yeah.
Yeah, dumbass. All
Demas.
right. I don't have anything else with
Yeah.
them. Do you want to move to Ashley and Manuel?
Yes. They had amazing sex last night. They
He looks
banged
so
it
excited.
out.
He looks so excited.
I loved the way that she described it. She also
His
said
freak
that
number is off the charts.
yes. Yes.
What's your freak number?
It's off the charts as well. Yeah. I identify with Ashley Manuel.
So it's like how high do these numbers go up? Is it like 1 to 100, 1 to 10?
1 to 69.
I like that. Manuel says that Rico gives too many kisses, and to that I say, Manuel, you don't give enough.
But also, Rico was on the bed, not in the bed, so chill the fuck out, Manuel. Yeah. Also, you're allowing the kisses. Like, a dog will take cues. So, then they go to the market.
Ashley says that Manuel will eat rice, avocado, red onion, and sardines every meal of every day as if that's bad. I think that sounds delicious.
Really?
Yeah, I love sardines and
You
I love
do?
rice and avocado and red onion. I love everything that she was talking about. I would not be sad about that.
I mean, that's not bad, but I'm not a sardine person, and raw onion is not my friend, but rice and avocado, yeah.
It's basically a sushi roll. He's basically eating a
Really?
chirashi bowl.
Oh.
Rice, avocado, red onion, sardines.
Yeah. So they go to the market or the grocery store.
Mhm.
Sorry, I know I said this last time, but, like, I'm so impressed that she's just speaking Spanish to him.
Oh, totally. I like that she calls the vegan meat imaginary meat. She says carne imagino. That was just a really goofy way to put it. But yeah, she's very fluent. Like it seems very second nature to her. It's cool.
And so, yeah, they're at the market, and yeah, she's explaining the vegan stuff, and she's explaining the, like, non-dairy options. He's like, "Leche is no leche?"
He's also very befuddled by baby carrots. He's like, "Wait, there's carrots over here, and then there's more carrots over
Yeah.
there. Why what are these carrots? Why are they small?" And she's like, "Because they're smaller. We're lazy." Yeah.
At first, when she was explaining the, like, "It's not real meat"
Uh-huh.
thing, I thought he was gonna, like, they were gonna go into, like, "It's witchcraft." Like,
Oh.
"It's not meat? If it's not meat, then what is it? Why are you saying it's meat? Like, this is milk, but it's not milk?"
That would have been a great opportunity to drive home what a witch she is, but yeah, I guess they missed it.
Or I guess that he understood. But, like, I was just thinking, like, 'cause she was it seemed like she was explaining the concept of non-meat meats, and, like, if you, like, think about it, like, if you're 30 whatever and have not come across, like, alternative meats, like, the concept of it is like, "Well, why the hell are you calling it a meat then?"
Yeah, great question. He did seem like after they check out or whatever, he's like, "I think there's a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to get used to. Like, this is all very weird, but I guess this is my life now."
Leche is no leche.
Yeah.
So then in the car ride after the market, she is asking about if he's talked to his mom. and he explains that, like, he doesn't want his mom to be distressed and worry and all that. Wait, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Like, basically, like, later, he when they're talking to Stacy, Ashley's mom, I think he has a different story. Am I misremembering that? Like, it's not about, like, the mom being distressed, it's about, like,
He said it's kind of like that. He said he didn't wanna say goodbye because traveling alone is, like, scary, and he didn't want to
oh,
worry anybody.
yes, and, like, wanted
Um,
to make sure that it, like, actually, like, happened,
but then when he's talking to his actual mom, he has a different story.
which is what?
He said something it all happened really
Oh,
fast and
yes,
really
yes.
rapidly.
Mhm.
I'm like, "This is weird."
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't
understand, and, you called it out the other week that, like, he didn't have a bag,
Yeah, so
and
weird.
yeah, because he didn't have time to go home before he left. What? So then Ashley's, like, buying him clothes. Like, did he run away?
Or I'm wondering if, like, he maybe did go to Guayaquil for a job and then just, like, left from there. Or yeah, maybe just, like, bringing more stuff would raise suspicions. But, like, everything about this is, like, so weird. The way he has, like, more than one story, and he has 2 teenage children at home, we find out.
Yeah,
Like, what the hell is that?
we don't know, but let's talk about, like, that's when they first met, it was, like, 10 years ago. He already had 2 kids as a 24-year-old, and so, like, did she get to meet the kids? D is he was he married? Especially because he's so Catholic, right?
Yeah, I have no idea. No idea.
Manuel, we need answers.
Yeah, we do need answers. Like, there's just so
Ashley,
many layers to this
yeah.
guy. I also like, do you feel like they have chemistry? Like, I hear
No.
obviously their freak meter is off the charts, but like, do they have chemistry?
No, I
Like,
see more chemistry with Nikki and Justigor than I do them.
yeah, and I see more chemistry between Manuel and Rico motherfucking Suave at this point.
Who's a cock block?
Yeah. Like, so is the attraction here just the freak meter? Just like his peen? Like,
That is 60% of what guys bring to the table.
as we've discussed, yes. So, yeah, maybe that's it, but yeah, so after the grocery store, they get ready to go meet Ashley's mom at this Mexican restaurant. That's where they start talking about, like, how she has to buy him clothes or he's borrowing clothes or something because he didn't have time to go home and get stuff before he left. And I'm just like, "Yeah, what does all of this mean?" Like, they're dropping children on us. They're dropping these
Yeah.
stories on us. Like, what is going on with these 2? It's like, are we just gonna find out that they're just like
That they have a kid that we haven't met yet.
yeah, like, what like, what is next?
That they're sister wives. That there's a
I'm
sister
so
wife involved.
confused. Yeah, Ashley's mom seems really fun. I can see where Ashley kinda gets her, like, charm and her charisma because Ashley's mom has got it. I forget her name. Unfortunate. Stacy. Oh, okay. So mom had Ashley when she was 16. Ashley is 32. That means mom is 48, right? And mom is like, we need a wedding and we need babies ASAP
I'm
because
old.
I'm so old. Yeah. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
caught that too.
you're not even 50.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I liked the mom.
Yeah, I
And
liked
she
her
and
a
she
lot.
just, like, went in hard with, like, wedding,
Uh-huh.
babies.
Yeah, we gotta plan it. We need to get this
Yeah.
shit off the ground. Yeah, and then she's asking him why he didn't tell anybody he was leaving, and Manuel says, yeah, he didn't say goodbye because traveling alone is treacherous and he didn't want to worry about anybody. And like, I think everybody is disturbed by that for a good reason. I don't I don't know the relationship between Manuel and his family or his kids, but, like, that to me does not justify.
And it's not leaving for a month. It's
Yeah.
leaving essentially forever.
Yeah, because, like, I think when like, you can't leave when like, you definitely can't leave during the 90 days when you're, like, on this K-1 visa, and
Mhm.
then with a lot of visas or if you're trying to get citizenship, you can only leave, like, once, maybe twice during, like, a several year period. Like, my friends,
What? Really?
yeah, they do not allow you
What if
to
it's, like, to travel
leave.
for vacation?
No, you cannot leave the country.
Oh
Like, I have
my
a friend
god.
whose, sister was trying to get Norwegian citizenship. She could only leave for, like, 1 week every, like, 2 years or something.
That is jail.
Basically, yeah, especially when, like, your whole family like, she was having a baby, like, her whole family is on a different continent, it's no joke, like, and I it seems like he doesn't understand that because he asked the immigration folks if he could have an extra 30 days for his K-1 visa.
I don't understand anything about how he got here because, like, the visa was gonna expire. He didn't, like, have time to go home before he left. Like,
I don't
leche es no leche.
Yeah, it's all very confusing. I just, like, straight answers seem to be, like, really hard with this guy, and,
And
like
Ashley. But she's my
you think?
princess, so well, just like or she well, it's much more Manuel than Ashley, but just, like, the fact that she's fine with it.
Yeah, I guess. I think she's digmatized, but I think this is gonna get old really fast. Like, she already seems to be kind of frustrated with it, and it's day 3 or whatever, you
Mhm.
know? Or
True.
day 1. I think he got there yesterday in the timeline of the show.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Um, so they're having breakfast. Manuel made breakfast, and she asked him again if he's gonna call his mom, and he finally is like, "Yes." So she, like She she, like, doesn't trust him to do it on his own.
Mhm,
She, like,
mhm.
went out there with the computer, called mom, waited until mom was on the screen,
Yeah.
and then so he could see that they were together, and then which, like, he's gotta explain that,
Mhm,
and then
mhm.
she left. I was like,
Yeah.
"Kinda fucked up." Like, you do not trust this man to do the simplest
Well, because
thing.
he's a child. The bar
Oh
is
my
low
god.
for men. We've
Yes. I was like, I didn't really think about it that way when I was watching it. I was kinda like, "Oh, why is she on the screen?" But now putting it together, I'm like, "Oh, she's on the screen so that he has to explain it to his mom."
and she has said that, like, there's a lot of secrets with him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's a smart cookie.
Fuck. Mom mom is beside herself.
Yeah.
She says not to forget his family.
She's probably easy because, like, we didn't find out about these teenage kids for 3 episodes.
Like, what the fuck? I know. She seems really distressed, and then the internet just fails, and he's like,
Okay, do you think the internet fails or, like, did she hang up? Like a dramatic hang up?
So many
Like,
drama
I
queens on
I
this
saw it
series.
as a dramatic hang up, but it could have
You
been internet
think?
failure. If it was internet failure, then he would have tried to call her back or text her or say like, "Hey, sorry, the call dropped."
He doesn't want any more questions. He doesn't wanna have to answer any more questions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this episode was wild to me.
Yes. Anything else with them?
No, let's get to the main event.
Yes. Jasmine's horny level on a scale of 1 to 10 is a 100.
That's crazy. That's like 10,000%
That's
or something
incredible. Yeah.
above baseline.
So she puts on this little nurse outfit.
Nurse Jessie.
And he is like an awkward teenage boy, doesn't know how to act, what to say, and is like, "Your big ones are bulging out."
Oh, honey, you're so sexy with your big ones bulging out. You're so hot. Oh yeah. So gross.
So gross. And then he like slaps her butt and she's like, "Ow, be respectful."
Her butt looked so weird in clothes, but I think it looks a lot better naked. I know we're not
Yeah.
seeing like full blown butt cheeks, but it
Did you
looked
have
kind of
people
weird
like
in
that
her
at
leggings.
sorry, my head just went to there's this guy in high school who had a banging body. He was on the water polo team, but
Okay.
such a butterface. So,
Do
like,
you wanna
at
say his name
school
and I can cut it out?
I'll text it to you later.
Okay.
Banging body, looked so good on the pool deck.
Okay.
But, like, at school, like, wearing a T-shirt, it's like, "Oh, what, you're hot?"
Yeah, I mean, yeah, of course that's gonna happen.
Versus, like, a lot of guys look good in clothes and out of clothes, but anyway, sorry,
Oh,
that just
interesting.
with the butt implants, that's
Mhm.
I thought of that, like, it looks good naked, not so good in clothes.
Interesting. Maybe we came up with a new term. It's
Yeah.
not butterface, it's like butter shirt or
But yeah,
something.
butter clothes.
Yeah, something like that. He's excited about getting a hat with his
And
outfit.
did you notice that the, like, scrub shirt was, like, kind of feminine?
No? What about it?
I don't know, it was like I think it was, like, a little shiny and, like, there was just, like,
Oh.
something it looked like a V-neck, like a women's V-neck, not like scrubs.
It's just covered in asbestos from,
Yeah.
like, the Shein factory or wherever she got it, you know?
Sorry. So, can we go back to the butt slaps? And she was like, "You need to be respectful." What was your take on that?
She wasn't expecting him to hit her butt, and then she remembered that she's not supposed to be moving her shit around or just really hurt.
No,
Um,
I think it hurt because of the butt implants, and he didn't
yeah,
know about them.
uh-huh, and so, yeah, that was her reaction.
Brody was in
Oh
the
my
room
god.
at the time, like, during that exchange, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "It's his fiance, like, he slapped her butt, like, she comes out in this nurse uniform, what does she expect?" I was like, "She has butt implants, you don't understand, that probably really hurt."
God, why weren't you here?
Yeah.
See or episode 1, duh.
Ugh. Gosh, you have to assume that there's butt implants, you can't just slap an ass like that.
Oh my god. Dr. Gino at your services.
Gross. Now, okay. I did not realize, and this is probably ignorant of me, that the vagina surgery she had was to restore her hymen. I thought it was just a tightening.
Yeah, she talked about it in the I think that consult that we saw her go to was about restoring her
I thought it was just
hymen.
tightening.
I don't know. It's cuckoo either way. Like, I think we've talked about this before. Like, your hymen can break in any number of ways. Like, I'm pretty sure mine did. Maybe this is gross, but I'm pretty sure mine did because I was like horseback riding.
Mhm.
And it's just like it can happen during sports, it can
Yeah.
happen any old which
During
way. So
intercourse.
intercourse. Like a tampon, like
The first
like
time you have sex when you're married.
yeah, it's just like a creepy thing to, I don't know,
Like,
like
want back?
want back or like think about. And she even says it. She's like, I did the hymen reconstruction because I thought he would think it's hot that I would be like a virgin again in a perverted way. Like, they're
Yeah.
both fucking freaks.
Yeah. Do you
They
think
are
he asked
freaks.
for it?
You know what? I wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised. The way that he went after her tits and he was like, "Oh, they're bulging out." I'm like, "This man." Oh, and he doesn't want any pubic hair. Like, this man is a mega creep. Like, he loves that Jasmine looks like a sex doll, but
Mhm.
he's also cheap and doesn't understand that that takes money and upkeep.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, and
I
we'll get into that later because I'm glad
Mhm.
that you said that about, like, he loves it. She looks like a sex doll. So then, yeah, it's just like this gross little interaction, and, like, she's got are they considered dildos?
I don't know what those were. I also don't know if those were, like, safe to put in your butt.
I thought that was for her vagina to stretch out her vagina before his the
Oh,
main event
okay, okay.
because of her
Wow, I'm a
hymen.
perv. That makes some sense. Yeah, because they didn't have, like, a flare on them. They didn't have a base on them, and I was like, "I hope they're not putting that in anyone's butt,"
Yeah.
because
Um, but the camera stayed in there for way too long. Way too long. But
they
she's not
are I mean, this is why they're on this TV show, because they're down to do this shit, you know?
a but she's not a virgin anymore.
What?
So she's gonna have to have that surgery again.
Is that what happens every 7 months when they have sex? She has to get her hymen reconstructed?
I hope not. But okay,
Yeah.
so the morning after they're making
Mhm.
breakfast, that interaction where he, like, offers her honey or something, and
The bread
he
had honey in it.
yeah. Like, when she was like, "What are bees?" And I was like, "Whoa, does she actually not know what bees are?" And she was just schooling him on what veganism is. So good.
Oh my gosh. She says she's so hungry after burning all those calories from all the sex, and she needs some vegan meat, but she ends up
Yeah.
eating, like, a plate of cashews?
Yeah, but both of them had, like, runny oatmeal soup?
Yeah, it was gross.
What was that?
I don't know. He said it took forever to cook breakfast because he doesn't have the proper equipment, and she's
Oh, did she use that term?
no, I did. But she basically she
Says
insinuates
his
it that
range
he
is shit.
yeah, she insinuates it,
Yeah.
and she's, like, sitting there freezing because she, like, doesn't
She's wearing,
have
like,
any
a
clothes,
she's not,
and
like, wearing any actual clothes, like
yeah,
but
she
then
says her pajamas from Panama, which is, like, tissue thin, I'm sure.
but so, does she not have any winter clothes? Is like,
Why
'cause
would
she was
she?
like yeah, you're right. I like that little story of when your cousins are like, "I have a jacket."
Yeah. Yeah, they showed up in New York in November. No thermals, no jackets, they had to get a bunch of stuff there, and
Yeah,
they were, like, super surprised.
yeah.
So, I
He's
imagine
like,
Jazz like,
"I
she's
have a
never been in this kind of
jacket?
weather. Yeah,
That it's not a pink blazer?"
I know, right?
So during breakfast, their weird ass breakfast,
Mhm.
they she's talking about, like, wanting her own clothes and starting to do stuff at like, to the house, and he lets her know that he quit his job. Now, I thought he took an extended leave of absence.
I think we can assume that, but
It's just more dramatic
who
to say
knows?
quit the job.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, so I didn't I guess I didn't realize that her coming to the US was because he had a job here versus, like, he could have gone to Panama. And so then him quitting his job is like, "Well, why the hell are we in the Michigan?"
Maybe in her mind. I don't
Yeah.
remember ever like, watching that conversation.
Yeah. But it is interesting because I think she's right when she says that him quitting his job, like, he's a sponsor, and so it's putting getting the kids over in jeopardy.
and her sister Liz, who is definitely not her teenage daughter.
Yes.
But yeah, that is really stupid. He made a really big decision on his own, even though, like, I don't know, it could be frauding us that, it's not, he didn't actually quit. But hard to know with these two.
Yeah.
Would be really stupid if true.
Yes. But also, like, why wouldn't he just go part-time?
I don't know.
It doesn't
know.
need to be all or nothing. And
I know.
like his house is kind of shitty.
Yeah. It needs some work. I
Yeah.
also don't think he spends any money except on Jasmine, and she has to like work for every single penny she wrings out of this man,
Mhm.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't think he's destitute. He's just like scared of, I don't know. He seems like a little bit of like a hoarder or anything. Like, he hasn't bought furniture since like 1985.
True. True. And it was just interesting because she got upset and he's like, "This isn't anything to stress out about." It's like, "Yes, it is,
Yes,
sir."
it fucking is.
Yeah.
So dumb.
But so because she's so stressed, they decide to spend money at a massage place.
Okay, before we go to the massage, I just need to ask, why the fuck is he drinking coffee the way that he is?
Oh my god, I said he's holding a mug like a dummy.
Yeah. he's like grabbing it from the side and then twisting it so
Yeah,
that the
it's like in front
handle
of
is
him.
facing away from his face, and then he's like pouring it into his mouth somehow. Piv is doing a great
Yes,
demonstration on our video right now.
I just don't understand it.
Yeah.
Is it easier for my wrist? Like, no.
No, I think that puts a lot of torque on your shoulder, whereas if you just kept your elbow close to your body, it'd be just a wrist movement.
Yeah, he's a dummy. He's a dummy.
True. Okay. So they go to get this massage. They leave Coco at home in a diaper because of his separation anxiety.
Yes, thank
Coco's
you.
man of the
Thank
house.
you. Okay, sorry. Coco got kicked out of the bedroom the night before the cameras got kicked out of the bedroom, and I
Yeah.
was upset about that.
Oh my god. Yeah, Coco
Yeah.
looked pissed about that.
Okay, so they go to the massage. It's called relax massage.
The whole landscape around them as they're driving to this place is like just strip malls. It looks so bleak. Like, they're
It's gotta be
not
Michigan,
doing
right?
yeah,
That's
they're
just how
not
it is, yeah.
doing Michigan any favors.
Yeah.
Gino's like, "Oh, it looks so nice and cozy. There's Christmas lights." And I'm like, he definitely used a Groupon. And then I went, and I'm not proud of this, but I went down a little rabbit hole on what this place is. And they didn't have their prices listed anywhere, but I zoomed in on a picture of their price list on the wall in some of their photos, and it
Great
looks like
investigative work.
it looks like a 60-minute massage is like $50 or $60. So yeah.
Wow, that's a bargain.
Yes. But it's definitely a treat for Gino. She says,
Yes.
Jasmine says that she gets massages 3 times a week in Panama.
Yeah, I wonder how much they are there, because I know in Southeast Asia, they're like $10.
Yeah. They're definitely cheaper than $60 a pop, I'm sure.
But $60 is cheap.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely. It's like twice that in Seattle for like
Yeah.
anybody decent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're doing a couples massage. They've got beds next to each other. They're supposed to get naked. He gets on the bed and she has this like weird little thing where she goes, "Oh, I saw the package." Or, like, "I saw your penis." He was wearing underwear.
He's a never nude.
Yeah.
They're talking. Also, there were their massage therapists in the room while she's talking about his banana and this whole conversation about butt implants. Like, there were 2 massage therapists trying to
Yeah.
do their fucking jobs while these idiots are bickering. It was so cringe.
Oh,
God.
man. Let's not forget that he freaked out when the massage therapist tried to take the hat off. So yeah,
My
so they're
God.
bickering in front of the massage therapist. He says, "How could you do something like that?" What? Do something like what? Get plastic surgery? Spend money on something that she said that or spend money on something that she didn't say she was gonna spend money on? Like, all of this stuff she's done previously. He said it like it
He's
was like a moral, like no man's land or like line that she crossed.
I
Could you
know,
do something
yeah.
like that?
You don't even need it. Does she need big old honking titties?
Apparently,
No,
apparently
but
she
you
does.
like them.
Because going back to what you said earlier, he loves that she looks like a sex doll. So
Yeah.
yes, she did need them.
In his ITM, he's like, I'm the one who's always giving and she's always taking, taking, taking. And is this how life's going to be? And it's like, of course it is. You
Yes.
signed up for this. You love it. You fucking freak. You always freak out about money stuff, but then you love being able to touch her big old titties. You
They're just
love,
bulging out.
yeah, like you love that she looks like a sex doll. You love having a hot piece to show off. Like you signed up for this. You're an
Yeah.
idiot.
So at first he seemed pretty calm and he was just like listening and then he gets like super mad and mean.
I think he's this is their third season on 90 Day Fiance. I think he's like become more aware of the cameras and he's getting better at not screaming at her on camera because he knows how bad it makes him look.
Well,
Also, they were in
good
a
for him.
massage parlor and he needed, you're supposed to whisper.
I mean, they were at relax massage, so it probably did. He was a little relaxed.
Yeah.
So 2K, like okay, so I thought that the 10K was all from Gino and like for
Mhm.
her wedding dress. But
Mhm.
we're finding out that maybe it was like 5K from Gino for the wedding dress, and then she had some savings, and then the remainder
Mhm.
of it came from Dane, her ex-boyfriend. Jasmine, my queen, you're so incredible.
What does that look like? Asking your ex-boyfriend for plastic surgery money? Like, how does that conversation go? Cuz I would love to know.
You wanna do it yourself? Wanna ask an
Just
ex-boyfriend for some plastic surgery money?
why not? Who like
Yeah. It probably goes, oh, wait, no, you'd be better at this, but, like, she says, like, "Hey, Dane, I'm just so skinny now. I miss my butt." And,
then
Gino.
I am so scared of not being gorgeous for Gino. I've been losing all this weight. I need a butt. How can I go to United States without a butt?
Yes,
I need a butt, Dan. I need a butt.
exactly, and Dane goes, "Alright, sweetie, here's 2K."
I also love that they're both victimizing themselves. He's like, she's always taking, taking, taking. And she's like, I did the butt implants for him. I did.
And I believe her.
Oh, 1000%.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%.
She also says that $10,000 was a reasonable number when he had a job. Oh my god. And I love her. I love her.
Would you sorry, we didn't do would you spend 10 grand on butt implants if you need them? I know you don't need them.
Thank you. I don't know how much butt implants are supposed to cost. Like I don't know if $10,000 is expensive or reasonable or cheap. Like
Because teats are like 5 or 6?
again, no idea.
Oh, I thought that was like a known thing.
Oh, okay. So teats is $5,000 or $6,000. I don't know if that's a more invasive or more intense surgery.
Hold on, I'm asking the oracle.
Okay.
Oh, the first thing that comes up from American Society of Plastic Surgery is the average cost of butt implants is $5,200.
In the US?
But then the average cost of a BBL surgery is usually between 4 and 10 grand. Brazilian butt lift, but that's not what she got. She got butt
That's not what she
implants.
got. She calls it that at some point, but that's not what she got.
And then something else says implants cost common implant buttocks implant cost commonly ranges between 10 and 12K. So we
Oh.
don't know, internet. We just don't know.
Wait, what was the first thing
The
that you
first one
quoted?
was 52, but it was from the American Society of, oh wait, no, it says butt implants.
Weird. Okay, so I mean, there's a range with everything.
Maybe it's per cheek, maybe some only want one.
In that
So
case,
let's
wouldn't it
say
be
it's
cheaper in
reasonable.
Panama?
Not if you want the
But I get
best
you pay more
surgeon.
for a better surgeon, so she must have
Yeah,
gone to just like a good surgeon.
yeah, yeah. I mean, 10K is a lot of money,
Mhm.
but if it's for a significant amount of time and it makes her feel good, and Gino likes that,
Mhm.
which he
Yeah.
clearly does.
I think he's gonna like it more when he can touch it. Right now he can't
Mm,
touch it.
yeah, true. I love Jasmine so much. She wasn't producing a lot this episode, but
Well, I don't know. The sex scene,
oh, you're right. Sorry, I take that
she
back.
she put him in this surgeon's outfit so he would take control. And he says like, I like this. It makes me feel in control. Like she has to create the conditions for him to take control because he's not going to do it on his own.
Mhm.
She's always in there. She's a mastermind.
You're right.
She's
She is.
always producing something.
No, I have. Do you have anything else with them? Because I have a gross and odd fuck Mary kill.
No, I'm very curious what you want to
Okay,
talk about.
fuck Mary kill
Okay.
the freak meter of Gino. No, no, no. Sorry, I'm not going to go Gino. The freak meter of Manuel, Jasmine, or Justin Igor. Now, as a
Fuck Mary.
reminder,
Okay.
Justin Igor is hot, but he kisses like an 80-year-old man.
Mhm. Okay.
Manuel's apparently really
Off the charts.
off the charts. And then
Uh-huh.
Jasmine is 100 level of horny.
Okay. Oh my god. I'm gonna marry Justigor because that's gonna be sustainable for me with my
Okay, okay.
9 p.m. bedtime.
Nice.
I mean, I love Jasmine. I think I would like if she was at my doorstep like today and was like, "We gotta fuck." Like, I think I would do it because it would be hilarious. Like, I think it would be genuinely a lot of fun. Like, she's gonna be like laughing at every like fart and weird noise that happens. She's gonna be
Oh,
pulling like
Roxanne.
like she's gonna be pulling like weird outfits and sex toys out of nowhere. Like she's gonna make it a memorable experience.
So true. So true.
Yeah. And then Manuel, eh, definitely don't want to be married to the guy with all the secrets. And
Yeah.
then as far as the freak meter, I don't obviously I'm choosing Jasmine and like I don't know, just jury's out on him in a lot of
Yeah, I
ways.
think it's definitely safe to kill that freak meter.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was that was well thought out. I agree with those, yeah.
Okay. Mm. I am so the fuck Mary kill I had is kind of lame compared to that, but Jasmine had like 3 different size dildos or no, 2 different size dildos and then, like the full
And then
size, the
Gino?
real deal or whatever. Yeah. So fuck Mary kill small, medium, full size. The face that you're
No, because the
making.
full-size one is Gino's penis? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
well, I
my
gotta kill Gino's penis. I can't
god.
and then I'm gonna fuck the small one and marry the the medium one,
All right, that's
right?
fair. Uh,
Gino's penis? Why would you do that to me?
I'm so sorry. I didn't say it was good.
Yeah. But okay, wait. Wait, but is it that I marry and never touch? So then do I go with the small one and then fuck the medium-sized one?
Marriage is sacred. You do what you need to.
Okay, well, I'll do the medium-sized one for
Okay, great.
yeah.
It looks like next week we finally get a new couple.
I know. I mean, okay, I'm glad obviously we have our queen, and Rob the Knob has
Mhm,
been very entertaining, and
mhm.
just Igor and Nikki, that's and I found my princess with Ashley, but we need more blood for sure.
Yeah. For sure. So yeah, I'm excited for next week to meet someone new. They better not fake us out because sometimes they do that. So
Yeah. Those producers are
yeah,
diabolical. Oh,
totally.
maybe do you think this is part of Jasmine's production influence?
She flew all the way to Korea to orchestrate something.
No,
Wouldn't
that
put it
she
past her.
but like I'll get as much airtime as many segments
Oh,
and many episodes.
we'll never know.
We'll never know.
Um, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Come with us next week for more stupidity. Have a great week.
Yeah. Thanks everyone.